That's not a comic book. Now that's a comic book.
Star Wars Volume 1 Skywalker Strikes. Um, so what I really like about this is just how it opens. Alright, so we got, like, obviously the opening credits and everything, and that's fine. But we have, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. You can almost hear that opening title crawl start up as the scroll goes throughout. And one thing I really like is this is the only scroll throughout the book, so it really does feel like a Star Wars movie. Now, I read, I think, the last issue of this when I first started doing comic reviews. I read the last issue of this book, and I just thought it was okay. And really, I just kind of had lost the excitement contained within. Honestly, I was really kind of just I'd lost all the build up that made it as good as it honestly is. So what I will say for Star Wars, the ongoing, is it's better to pick it up from the beginning than to try to jump in on a random issue or the start of a new story arc or the start of the end of a story arc. Because I really enjoyed this as a collected piece, and so what I might start doing is just getting the volumes as opposed to trying to read the ongoings. Though, I don't know, with me reading Darth Vader, maybe I'll start picking up Star Wars too. We'll see. We shall see. Anyway, do I describe the plot for this? It's kind of detailed. So the first arc, if you will, revolves around them trying to infiltrate and destroy an Imperial weapons factory, kind of on the heights of destroying the Death Star. The rebellion's like really motivated right now. Vader shows up. It causes everything that can go wrong goes wrong during this. Luke tries to go. There's one scene I really do like, and I will actually read that out loud. So Luke's supposed to stand guard while Han and Leia and R2 set the charges to blow up the thing, and Han says, "Luke will rig this thing to blow. You keep an eye out for the stormtroopers." And Luke meditates and he says, "Your eyes can deceive you. A true Jedi can feel the Force flowing through him." And then you just hear you can almost hear it whispered in your head, "Help us." And Luke's eyes open. And goes, "Hello? Hello, is anyone there?" And he finds just a bunch of slaves locked away in the factory. And so he decides to help them. As he goes to unlock them, basically the slave guard comes up to him and is like, "Hey, don't go near your blaster or I'll take off your pretty face." And Luke says, "Okay, calm down. You have my word. I won't reach for my blaster." And he picks up the lightsaber, slashes against this dude's light whip kind of thing, and cuts off his hand. Really awesome, and then frees all the slaves. Really, really great scene. I love this full print spread right here. "Follow me," is what he's saying, and then there's the guy he fought off. That's just really cool. There's that building tension between Han and Leia. One thing I don't like is who's ever drawing Vader in this. I know it's a really, really weird comparison, but Vader's helmet kind of looks like the Stewie Griffin Darth Vader from the Family Guy movies. Yeah. Is that nitpicky, or does anyone else kind of see where I'm coming from? It's just things are a little too short. There's a little less pronunciation. It just kind of looks like the Stewie Griffin helmet to me. So Vader's involved, and just everything that can go wrong in this mission goes wrong. But Luke goes to confront Vader and gets his lightsaber taken away and has doubts about whether or not he can become a Jedi. And that's all part of what the next story arc goes into. But they do, of course, eventually get off the planet and blow up the factory in the meantime. What else happens? Vader uses the Force to hold up an AT-AT, our leg above his head. He's able to use the Force to divert it and crash it. That was pretty cool. Okay, and then afterward, we have Vader, who in his own book set up Boba Fett to go hunt down Luke Skywalker, or rather hunt down the Death Star pilot. Luke goes to Tatooine to try to get more in touch with what Kenobi told him, try to figure out more about Ben, and Boba Fett is hot on his tail, so they have a really kick-ass fight inside Ben's old house. There's a bounty hunter looking person after Han Solo. They find him and Leia on this abandoned planet as they look for a new location for the Rebel base. And we find out that her name is Sana Solo. See, look, that one was right there. We find out her name is Sana Solo, and that she is, in fact, Han's wife. Luke defeats Boba Fett in a really awesome way. Where's that? That was really cool. I gotta find that scene, though. Come on. Okay, so Luke is blinded during this whole fight, mind you. And Boba says, "You were right, I'm supposed to bring you in alive, but alive just means breathing." And Luke's got his lightsaber out and says, "A Jedi can feel the Force flowing through him." And Boba says, "Feel this," shoots, and Luke moves the lightsaber to block the shot, and that almost kills Boba. And just absolutely fantastic scene. I think I talked about this when I did the first episode of one of the first episodes of Comic Reviews, if not the first, with Boba Fett talking to Darth Vader about losing track of Luke, but he did have one piece of information for Vader, and that was that the kid's name was Skywalker. And Vader just shakes his fist, and the glass of the window he's looking out cracks in front of him. And he's like, "Skywalker." I love that. That is like, makes the prequels worthwhile. Not much else, but just worthwhile. Oh, man. So yeah, I did enjoy this a lot more when I got to read the completed story. I'd been very worried when I read the just outside issue that it had a really cool ending, but not much else, because I really didn't care for anything else that was going on. Or maybe I read the second to last issue, because I'm pretty sure they put the Boba Fett Darth Vader scene and like with the glass and everything breaking. I'm pretty sure that was in the Darth Vader book, and it was written a lot better in there too. Now I'm pretty sure. Someone leave in the comments below if you've read both the Star Wars and Darth Vader book, if that scene is in both books, because I feel like it is. But yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff in this. I was able to much more enjoy it, aside from just reading an isolated issue. It makes me want to go through and read Volume 2 and then read through Vader Down again, because I really like this now. And I'm in such a Star Wars mood right now that it just feels appropriate to be reading a lot of Star Wars stuff. Yeah, I think that'll do it, though. Everyone, thank you very much for watching. This has been this week's episode of Comic Reviews. Really light week. I walked in the store this week, and they told me, "Oh, we don't even have anything for you," because they'd forgotten to grab my Doctor Who book. But other than that, no, they didn't have anything for me. I looked up and down the stands. I really wasn't excited about anything. Nothing really caught my eye, made me want to read it. So I just happened to see that they had volume 1 of the Star Wars book and was like, I guess. It's a pretty good sized trade too, so that was fun.
That's not a comic book. Now that's a comic book.